kwaba. As I had over the power of the gospel hour. You may be as of. You go so as say you do ebo enkomo na yaye empese mu ewo adesua kese a eda epon eso. Ye ne osabakani Dominic Amponsah oye evangelist na osanso ye apologist. Say eba no say ye defend Christian faith no a obon ho mode ewo mu yi papa. And then magazine no be patre osabakani. Yeah. And then patre yana
patre.
Okay. And emu bedo yi.
Yes.
It's a question. Questions are media go Amponsah no. Mbompa say ni na emu no yebenya anu yi. Na etumi aboy. Na when the last time we share no there was a Quran passage bia me person dey yebetimu yi papa. I think Surah chapter 47 verse 4 to 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Ya baka ma na wo ya man kan sisi ambasa metwe adu gina so.
Okay.
Na wo hwehwe eto ema me. Yo. Me pesa ye pesa mu wo asamu imo. Islamization efforts in the past after Muhammad.
Okay.
What's the last time we share them this question we say Muhammad we wu ana. Now we have no say we wu.
Yeah.
Now me the 12 bisa question say and the identity and the nipa no hono odi ade na mu wo champion no.
Yeah.
We free ho. Not still. And gamofo yi empaba. Na omugusu a try say ombeji wiase na ye gamofo. Na obuwa ye ema ye details ne kakra.
Okay.
And then me pesa obaka kakra ka ho na fe
yeah, near last week you shared the Islamization efforts in the past.
Okay.
At the time of Muhammad. You saw Commission Muhammad Tiasin. One of the main ways how you see now or the trout in Kramosumo jihad, I friend holy war of Kokonkro Kramofono Ekon. Now Muhammad actually letters to many Christian cities,
yes,
and empires. Now we invite ahemfo say one monje in Kramosumentum na ahemfo no ene asefo no enya enkwagye.
Okay.
Muhammad actually letter baako kama ohimbe fa Heraclius no oye the emperor of the Byzantine Empire.
Good.
You know this letter in 628. Ohine bufu yotetu mu they say then 629 Commission Muhammad esuma Muslim soldiers ema omo konka the Byzantines. Afin so Krobia and Kofi phone Banu al Harit Muhammad Echo letter Muhammad SNA the soldiers Emma Omoke invited these tribes of Monji in Kamasum Entum because of Sulunti Omoji Islam Somo Etum. Muhammad Ekonka so many cities Ewa Arabia Memu Yatrib Muhammad Ekonka na Jufu and a more Yatrib Muhammad Ekonka Yatrib Krono na Opam Jufu tribe Mienu Ayafan Banu Kanuka and Banu Nado na one tribe on a Kaino Muhammad Emma Umukum Memani na Ochiche and Manu man the Muslim soldiers in Japadia Moina Ochiche the Muslim soldiers na Muhammad Efa Akitese Bako Ayafano Rehana na Oware no Muhammad Ekonka Mecca so the crew from Mecca Muhammad Ifimo Muhammad Ekonka Mecca Krono was 630 AD. Only about 10,000 Muslim soldiers conquer the Meccans.
We know authentic history.
Yeah. Islamic history.
Yes.
Yeah. I think last week, I gave some of these references.
Okay.
What's your book? History of Al-Tabari. History of Al-Tabari. One of the Syrian literatures. All these stories are in it. Kitab Al-Tabakat Al-Kabir. And so Papa BF and Ibn Sa'd actually na ewomu and Sirat Rasulullah by Ibn Ishaq and so ewomu.
Now
in some America no
No.
These are stories that we have in the Islamic history about Prophet Muhammad.
Say wo benya ensemi wo na wo de awi ekristofor so wo antumi ya no a na say your Bible no ense na enya na
so enya papa
it is very good to say yeah propagate we no say propagation ya bihwem na ya hu ya ewom say be betumi adi
before you ask me the next question.
Okay.
As about last the previous episode, we kind of say.
Okay.
And your man ISIS, Boko Haram, Al Shabaab, Al Qaeda, Taliban, Hezbollah. In your man this terrorist organization, any maybe any part of Islam. Say me a man for Takano.
A part of it.
A part of Islam.
Yes, but I'm more divert for baby.
Yes, who are winning Quran, winning Islamic history. You are forced to conclude say this terrorism amount for a year in the name of Islam and any part of Islam. But since the last week you prove you will say in your ISIS na Al Shabaab and Boko Haram no. And Muhammad Ankasa a church right nothing so practice or brand what yashi. Very good. Inti Yatri Muhammad Konkai, Mecca Muhammad Konkai, Kaiba Muhammad Konkai. So many cities were conquered by Muhammad through jihad. And he said, a man for Kunkum, terrorists be a Kunkum amount for the name of Islam. Idea Muhammad a church train office or practice or block what yes. And consumer yes, no blow Obeuno and or share say, or do Jew for the Christopher. He cursed Jews and Christians when he was about to die. And he paused in his heart there. He will wipe Jews, all Jews and Christians from Arabia. But from Jews from the Christ of Arabia assassin. Okay. And now we have references in the Hadith and in the Syria.
Maybe I am say. Which will be busy with two stages. Stages rather. Stages of Islam. Yeah. Now one stage, you know, and I say one more starting. Or my luminous one more and no swan. Yeah. One more as peaceful people. Yeah. Aha. Now video say one more ever draw swan. Now I didn't actually. Yeah. I read Quran passages. Yeah. I prove it in one dance. Yeah. Eti dodua every program you know. Yeah. My recommend say anka Quran wan kasa ye be bi. Yeah. Because say your English version. Yeah. Translations. Yeah. And this hadith ni your boy no. Yeah. Say preachers and asori penifo ni ade no. Ye every Christian be we serious. No person would think the gospel no am Muslims. You get to know something about the Quran and the scriptures of Islam. Yeah. We was even though as Christians we don't believe in the Quran. Yes. But person we can money esuade. Gospel na ye pese ye dem in a way ya obaji atumu a. Muslims have so many objections to Christianity, and if you know the Quran and the scriptures of Islam, you can easily refute most of the objections and already take Christianity. You are having God's kingdom. Yeah, and you can also present the gospel in a fashion that will make sense to the Muslim. And to Christian India, try to get a Quran. Who need hard copy? Go to Play Store and download any English version of the Quran. This is what we will recommend to all Christians. Very good. Yo, yeah, class work because you're here for any agafo no one I crowd. Yeah. Papa say one day change media. No question do am say maybe so. Now which me eba be mu am I? Yeah. Sisi ye hu say Muhammad edi ade nanim ma ankamosom no etumi exploit dey e ko me ya wo bebre. Yeah. Na oni obiem. And it maybe say how did Islam spread after Muhammad? Ni wo achiri no. Then I still a question. Yeah. But you Ghana you plan to say, baby, yeah, vice president, honorable Dr. Muhammad Baumia. You president, Salusa, so well, it's not just a Ghana, you walk and come for the people. Okay. Then Muhammad who actually know, I didn't to me ask by this. Umia, Medas, Papa. Since last week, Muhammad laid the foundation for the Islamic State agenda. Said the Christ to lay foundation. Yeah. Say, make a great commission. Go into all the world and make disciples of all the nations. Sarah Muhammad said, fight those who do not believe in Allah. Yeah, Surah 9:29, Quran chapter 9 verse 20. Fight those who do not believe in Allah. Are you serious? One year one J Islam some entom anko. 1 year one J into Muhammad Yankopon commission. One in the anko and Surah 9:29. Surah 9:29. It is there in the Quran. Surah 9:29. Yeah, Quran chapter 9 verse 29. Let's read that passage. Surah 9:29. Oh, Quran will fear prayer. Yeah. Now you additional. Surah 9:29. Surah very 9:29. Important passage in our discussion. I can say. Are you ready? Fight those who believe not in Allah. Fight those who do not believe in Allah, nor the last day. 1 year one year at a muda endi, nor hold that forbidden which has been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger. Now one chin right there in the Quran. Yeah, and he said, "Nkramofo say mayan we prako." Into all those people now and forbid say mayan no, the Muslims to fight them.
By many Christian epoch.
Na say go fight you obi so go fight na say we yin kwa free o.
Yeah. And his messenger, one year to say Muhammad commission, nor acknowledge the religion of truth, Islam. So say,
it's because of woman dominated too much.
That is why last because Islam has 2 stages. And which Ghana has religion of peace. You are doing a very big mistake or committing a very big mistake. If the true nature of Islam, look at countries and come off are dominating.
Very good.
Saudi Arabia, unto for Bible Saudi Arabia.
Your point is correct.
Libya, unto for Bible Libya, Egypt, Afghanistan, Pakistan. You can't go and preach over there. You will be beheaded. You will be beheaded. So that's the agenda of Islam. So back to the question.
Okay.
Commission Muhammad after Muhammad how did Islam spread?
Spread in the world.
Islam spread through jihad.
So that system.
Muhammad difference almost fast.
So guys, yeah, the gospel no echo ya. Now there are many here oku. That's them so echo so.
What Muhammad you been 4 major Islamic caliphates. Yes.
Hey, and then you must hear you. 4.
Now the caliphate what you say?
Me hear the question. Eja, why the for ya? Me guy as well for you and the team of it. Yeah. For the question Ethiopia, Papa. I said okay, guy, what you say? Osibo. Just a bit of me.
Caliph successor.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, Nkofua Obi Obedi Muhammad Ade no yefano caliph. The caliphate is like empire.
I see.
Yeah. After Muhammad ni wechi, you know. You been 4 major Islamic caliphates.
4.
Yeah. The first caliphate, you find the Rashidun Caliphate.
Yeah.
The Rashidun Caliphate.
Rashidun.
The Rashidun Caliphate is from 632. The time of Muhammad Ewi up to 661.
But that will be
632 AD to 661 AD.
632 to
661.
61.
Yeah. You find this period, the Rashidun Caliphate. That's the period of, they call this the golden age of Islam. This was the period that the first 4 caliphs of Muhammad.
I see.
Well, Muhammad anyway, we have 4 main caliphs. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali.
Uthman is from Osman, Anna.
Yeah, some people pronounce it.
Okay.
Caliph Abu Bakr, AD from 632, and the OE was 634. We did for just 2 years.
Okay.
After Caliph Abu Bakr, you bring Caliph Umar. Caliph Umar, AD from 634 up to 644.
634 to 644.
Caliph Umar, he was murdered.
Wow.
By his own Muslim, one of his own Muslim.
Abu Bakr date in view.
Abu Bakr 632.
632.
Muhammad was 632.
632. We are not Abu Bakr. Okay.
632 to 634. And Abu Bakr Idiade. After Abu Bakr, Caliph Umar. 634 to 644. Caliph Umar.
Okay.
After Caliph Umar, you bring Caliph Uthman. Caliph Uthman.
Okay.
Caliph Uthman so AD from 644
to
656.
Follow.
Yeah.
644 to
656.
56.
Yeah. And then the last caliph, Ali, also AD from 656 to 661.
What kind of example? 656 to
661.
But make us some beach out. Me from media school.
Yeah.
From crèche to GHS 3.
Yeah.
What was that? Apra school one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Into 4 groups.
Yeah.
And you're from the section. Into section 1, section 2, section 3. They have named the 4th section by these names.
The caliphs.
So I was one of the leader of the section.
Okay.
I think it's Ali. Yeah, was a beginning. Okay.
And see the period of this, these 4 caliphs, from the Rashidun Caliphate or the era. This is the golden age of Islam. This is the time when spread it so fast.
Okay.
Now among these caliphs, Caliph of Obwejuma, Eman Kremosompa, Caliph Umar, the second caliph.
Oh, okay.
Yes, second caliph of Obwejuma Pama Islam, or Mama Islam, extra so fast, expertly so fast. Now, Yansha and Yobe Caliph Umar,
okay.
Woko Arabia, south of Mecca, Kobe of Najran, not a Christopher, no what's assassination. Adabako Caliph Umar say, or Pam Christian from one Nigerian nephew was a uncle. I didn't know Caliph Umar sir, because Commissioner Muhammad Ekai said he will drive all Jews and Christians from Arabia. So what Caliph Umar did was to drive Jews all the Christians from Nigeria. And let me read that reference. Book here, the Yemen in early history.
The Yemen in early Islam.
A political history, page 112. Muslim here from Abdul Mushin Mat'aj. Abdul Mushin Mat'aj. I'm not sure this book. The Yemen in early Islam, a political history, page 112.
They are author.
Yeah, that's what he said. Caliph Umar expelled the Christians from Najran and sent them as refugees to Iraq. Najran,
Saddam Hussein.
Najran was a Christian land. It is the present day Uhud, about 1,200 miles south of Medina. So Caliph Umar helped Christians. I want Najran.
I see.
What can I say? Act chapter 2.
Yeah.
They were Arabs and now Act chapter 2.
Yes, Arabia was mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caliph Umar wiped out those Christians. There was another Christian community here from Hijaz. MC Okubian and you call that place Hijaz. Umar so helped Christians now.
And they say, a Christopher Amaya.
Yeah,
that was my question.
I've not even, this is just the beginning. I've not even come there.
Oh, we are blessed.
Sahih Bukhari.
Okay.
Sahih Bukhari, volume 3, book 39, number 531.
Hey,
Sahih Bukhari, volume 3, book 39, hadith number 531.
Yeah, go.
What am I saying? This hadith narrated Ibn Umar. Umar expelled the Jews and the Christians from Hijaz. When Allah's apostle, may peace be upon him, had conquered Khaybar, he wanted to expel the Jews from it, as its land became the property of Allah, his apostle and the Muslims. Allah's apostle, may peace be upon him, intended to expel the Jews, but they requested him to let them stay there on the condition that they would do the labor and get half of the fruits. Allah's apostle, may peace be upon him, told them, "We will let you stay on that condition, as we wish." So the Jews kept on living there until Umar forced them to go towards Taima and Aliyah. Umar epam Jew from a Christian one Najran. So Islam spread after Muhammad through what? Jihad. Another reference after the Rashidun Caliphate,
Okay.
During the time of this Rashidun Caliphate, because say among the caliphates, we will
Umar, yeah.
Our ancient time, we have about 5 major centers of Christianity.
Okay.
Jerusalem, Antioch, Constantinople, Alexandria, and Rome. These were the 5 major cities and great centers of Christianity.
Okay.
In the ancient time, in the medieval world.
Yeah.
Jerusalem no. Kremofo conquer Jerusalem in the year 636.
And come over Jaffa.
Come conquer Jerusalem. Come conquer you see the Dominic of the rock. The baby Solomon they see Asodine.
Okay.
Baby Asodine baby Solomon see Asodine. Yeah. The temple of God, the reign of that temple, the Muslim built another mosque, the from the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
True, Papa. Because news.
Yeah.
Say United States 4%. Yet Jerusalem, capital town
of a. So Jerusalem was conquered by Caliph Umar for the year 636.
Okay.
Close to yes, nature for no yedin from Christians. I have an Antioch and come for a conquer and so 637. One conquer Crony. I don't know why no in a Caliph Umar.
Hey, I don't mind you, Papa.
Wait, no, Papa. Caliph Umar a conquer Chrono Antioch. I was 637. When we hear Moses and Crony from Antakya.
Wow. Omumpa Antioch
say Antioch ne new and Antakai take a CCR.
Okay.
And Cremosum and a double to her. Afi Croy from Alexandra. That this Chloe Sakroy Krobia or India from Alexander the Great attitude Chrono.
Yeah.
Alexander Krobia na Christosome Argentina. It was one of the greatest centers of Asian Christianity. In fact, Bible translated from Hebrew, Greek, I found the LXS, the Septuagint,
Yes.
It was translated in Alexandria.
What do you mean, come Odinese?
Yeah. Caliph Umar, conquer Alexandria, was the year 640. The year 640.
Yeah.
Alexander was conquered.
Okay.
So, Rashidun Caliphate, for the period of these 4 caliphs, many Christian lands were conquered by the Muslim soldiers. After the Rashidun Caliphate, there began another caliphate, I found the Umayyad Caliphate. Umayyad Caliphate.
Okay.
Umayyad Caliphate is also AD from 661 to 750 AD. 661 to 750 AD. The Rashidun Caliphate time, now the capital of the Islamic Empire, Medina.
Okay.
Now the second caliphate, I found the Umayyad Caliphate. The capital of the empire became Damascus. Was Syria, memo.
Okay.
Many churches were destroyed during that time. Syria, memo, they be a Christian. Antioch was Syria. Many Christian lands were destroyed. Many people were converted into Christianity. You can't even convert to a Muslim cannot even convert to Christianity.
Okay.
And many Christians who resisted being converted to Islam were put to death by the Muslims. After the Umayyad Caliphate, we began another caliphate. You found the Abbasid Caliphate. The Abbasid Caliphate.
Okay.
Abbasid Caliphate also reigned from 750 to 1258. 750 to what? 1258. The capital of the Abbasid Caliphate, by Baghdad, Iraq. Hey, Baghdad, Iraq. So the capital was changing. Medina, if you buy Damascus. Now the capital of the Islamic Empire is now Baghdad, Iraq. And also, we almost destroyed so many Christian churches and Jewish centers. After the Abbasid Caliphate, we have Caliphate from the Fatimid Caliphate. Fatimid Caliphate also AD from 909 to 1171. 909 to 1171. The Fatimid Caliphate, war Egypt, Cairo, and Alexandria. They were in charge of North Africa.
Okay.
And many North African countries were Christian lands, were Christian cities. Carthage, Hippo, Alexandria, all those places were a center of Christianity. Most of the Asian scholars, most of the church fathers were even from North Africa. Tertullian, and Cyprian, Augustus, and Augustus, they were all from North Africa. All those lands were conquered by the Muslims through jihad. And they began the final caliphate, the Ottoman Caliphate. The Ottoman Caliphate AD from 1301 to 1924. The Ottoman Caliphate, and conquer Constantinople. Constantinople, or he never Constantine or Tichiclono. Or him Constantine, or Tichiclono, or one of the capital of the Roman Empire. Cremofo conquer Constantinople 1453. Now we say we are instable, and Constantinople is instable. Take him all the places of Paul, all the missionary beginnings of Paul, churches of Paul, way. The 7 letters, the churches, the 7 churches in Asia Minor, all those churches in the Church of Smyrna, Pergamos, Philadelphia, Thyatira, Ephesus, all those Christian lands in Islamic countries, Islamic zones. Lebanon, Islamic zones. In the Middle East, baby, Christianity, Israel. And the Pampo, so after Muhammad, that's how Islam spread.
I see.
Through jihad.
Okay.
And North Africa has said North Africa according to Abakosam Crampo Chese, now you know no crampo. I can't see we were all in North Africa.
Okay.
Somewhere Sudan. And because of Islamic aggressions, you know, if you were back, that was this part of Africa. You been so many Islamic caliphates, violence. To say we have to accept Islam.
I see. Agrafo any atiefo. Mijiri say mani age achechire yi amuye papa. I very deep ade aye no. Egwewa dream ama wuchi enema bebre ase. Na ye bade enu na se hwe. Ensem wo ka no onkra book bia wo nsem wo. Jesus ebia edu ba bia wo be redi. Asana otumi everyday. Me wo wo sua de pa.
Oh, Yakopon Adam is Yakopon Adam. You see, they often so you do research.
Okay.
My first degree in religious studies. I'm also learning something about Islamics. Formally, I'm undertaking a formal course in religion.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Already, she na papa no we wa be and what you say. Now, because my questions more. Okay. So far no. Mediri say what we need maybe so. What are the major Islamic caliphates? Ebina we am mema here. Empires that fasting the Islamization agenda.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, era there. A Christopher Enkuru no so a yagigi ya wabbo bebre so.
Yeah.
Wabbo bebre so. It is sisi when Mr. Bibi say ya Ghana ha no. Is it possible? Say we go to age ana.
Onia big question. This is a very big question.
I ask me sure baby am fa.
Say na nyoma AC kono a. Say nyina Christopher no. Yakosua behave the way behave now. One day Ghana will become an Islamic country. Ghana will become a Muslim dominated country.
Behave so.
Yeah, we shall talk about that.
Okay.
Because the way are Christian for now, the way we are doing things. Very soon. Because Turkey was a Christian nation. Turkey and formerly called Asia Minor.
It is like possibility no because
Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, those countries were strong Christian nations.
I see.
They are all Arabs. Turkey, the 7 churches in Asia Minor. Antioch, the place where disciples of Christ were called Christians. And when you for Ajiafa.
Okay, but before you come to me, Muhammadiana we buami.
Okay.
Sisi ano yahwe Muhammad oko. When ya mpanifo bese 9 ama mu abatoa so Umar, Uthman, Ali, Abubakar. Okay. Now, let me say, the Islamization effort in modern times, Sicilia, you woman, Sir, and Benefui, or Omontiasia. So, how possible, say, still,
the jihad ideology in so the ideology of Islam conquering is still in the Quran. So as long as Quran and remains there
as there are scriptures,
that agenda will still work. So the time the whole world will be able to la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And in modern times, Muslims are doing so many things.
Yeah.
Bako become some terrorism. Nigeria, Al-Shabaab, ISIS, Boko Haram.
Now, what can ISIS? I think early last year. Yeah, they are recruiting many people from Africa and Europe and USA and many other countries. Was that professional one part of Islam. But according to someone who if they can see but I bet it's a hidden agenda.
And some can say, you will be on Cremosom from Takia. The actual from Cremosom Hobine. Takia. Baby, and young Cremofo Yendos. Let's lie to people that Islam is so peaceful.
The lie is not greater than or someone or lie not by every big or someone by something important.
Yeah,
it can send me now for you to move from.
But once we take over there, then we show them the true nature. And to go to Saudi Arabia. Hey! Let them say, oh, the freedom of worship, freedom of expression. It doesn't work over there. And the pinnacle of Islam, that's Saudi Arabia, Iran.
What my generation, papa?
Well, what are some of the nyoma come of CCR to achieve that agenda? Terrorism. ISIS and Boko Haram weapons and what did Germany now? Where do they get this materials from? Where do they get the money to recruit people from many parts of USA and many parts of the world? Arab countries are sponsoring those terrorist organizations. This is open secret.
Yeah.
Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Iran, they all sponsor terrorists. This is an open secret.
TV. That's how I was saying. Share a news, Papa, Al Jazeera, and BBC, CNN, and the Akatana. Which is everywhere.
They are not telling us the truth. And open secrets are so most of the Western leaders. And most of African country presidents, they are trying to hide, say, oh, what these people are doing is not part of Islam. They don't even want to mention Islam attached to it, but it is Islam. It is, and they are doing so many things. ISIS is creative. ISIS is a creative branch in West Africa. Islamic State of West Africa province.
Wow!
And they have started bombing churches in Mali, Burkina Faso, attacking Christians. The few Christian churches they have started attacking it. West Africa, out of the 16 countries make West Africa now. Islam dominates 13.
Wow!
There are only 3 Christian majority countries in West Africa: Ghana, Liberia, and Cape Verde. Nigeria is not dominated by Islam.
Sir!
No, how say Boko Haram? Nigeria army, the whole Nigeria army cannot even defeat Boko Haram.
Yes, I questionable.
Where did they get their weapons from?
I questionable.
Where did they get their funds from?
The kind of equipment is so a crowd woman. And
according to intelligence, there are about 4,000 ISIS fighters in about West Africa. And Ghana, they are operating. They will come as philanthropists, and they are now building many mosques in the villages. One of the terrorism, and say those Arab countries are behind. They are sponsoring them with the oil money. Number 2, migration. According to say they come off your doors. Let's push more Muslim there.
I want me question you
migration, migration. They should come there and be brave.
Okay.
And then you will take over. Okay. And this is what they are doing in Ghana, Nigeria, Ghana, Ashanti region. Full and basa.
Once somebody about to ask, yeah, back to us, papa, because I was go into deep. Not information is little brave. Say there be a cruise of war, you be unque nam so a ye be pompai asre urade na afei ye be presi ye be suya Quran no Quran be dwane eye ngamofo enwuma wo buhwem. So approach it with all seriousness. Say ye be ka ye Bible no ye be suya ye be hu ne ma ho go bebre azabakani ye da wase papa ye be biem na ma say bisa o asam no na wo gudum amaye emu ehunu yi papa. Your quotation be a war, Apamna Dano emo Proverbs. Now, I say, iron sharpen iron. Talking about the level of knowledge I will programming. In fact, one man meniaji, papa, information, what the air back, preachers out there, and they are solid point of one, do biara, a program for motion media, yeah, they want not your cribia at all. It was no crack ever copy. Yeah. And come so into me, no crack. Now, because also into me, no crack. Say, you mean I no crack. No. And you mean also into me, atro. Yes, I was a back with no crack, no back on air atro. Now, make me a Christian, now my Bible, anyway. We can also say, Christosum, I don't know, crash from noir. Say, you did actually. Was the affair, maybe I did, we did frost here, and maybe you or dear Ebedria. Oh, you have to ask papa. Now, say, Miss Abaya, Bakum, you know me as and 9 be our animal. Say within your account, maybe be a we have more I had the power of the gospel hour, Churches of Christ. Now, brother Rich Moke, Alpha, Takwa, Elswa, Yem, or Sabakini, and I made you mediate. Now, or Sabakini Cassia, Dominic, Amponsah, Evangelist, and
Christian apology.
Oh, a judge, we have more Asia we read. Now, your vampire. Say, you must say, Asia. Now, you have to be ɛde bɛbrɛ wo kɔ so ana like program yi na share YouTube and Facebook no na onyankopɔn ɛbɛmoa yɛ ɛhyira. God bless you.